early, I remember, and they clearly got it wrong, but I do remember a few famous football commentators saying this Haaland isn't working in this system that Man City want to play.
Alvarez is a better option.
I remember it.
No, but we were mad.
Yeah, we were mad.
We were mad because Tottenham... No, the reason why it's such a bad shout is because we were all foolish enough to forget that it's Tottenham. One oracle predicted the Liverpool downfall.
Okay, we'll give you your flowers for a sec.
One second, pause a second. You said they'll finish second.
No, I didn't. I said Tottenham finish second.
And that was...
So cancelled yourself out there.
There we go.
What's happening, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Playlist. I must confess that I am not looking forward to this one at all. What we're going to be doing is ranking our predictions that we got wrong. I have a feeling I could be in for a slightly rough ride here. So, the predictions that I would like for you to rank, be kind, people, are... Gabriel Jesus is a better signing than Erling Haaland. Tottenham to finish in the Champions League spots. I had them second. Raheem Sterling is signing of the season. Liverpool will win the league.
That was your fault. Your fault.
And on a similar theme of league winners, Arsenal will win the Premier League. Yeah, that one was me. Okay, let's get ranking. Okay, let's see it. Oh, Ade, you're a non-conformist here. You're the only one who has gone for Sterling being signing of the summer as being a worse shout than Jesus being a better signing than Erling Haaland.
Yeah. You know what it is with that Jesus one? There was a time, there was time when Sterling was never. Like early, we realised that Sterling was never signing of the, like early, right?
Yeah.
There was a period, maybe the first 10 games, or even before he got injured, we thought, one second. What Jesus is doing here with Saka and Martinelli.
Yeah, they went away to
This
Bournemouth.
is kind of clicking and working, isn't it?
Jesus, it was all the hold-up play. I think Odegaard scored 2. They went away to Bournemouth, won 3-0, and Jesus didn't score, but he was like integral to the win.
And early, I remember, and they clearly got it wrong, but I do remember a few famous football commentators saying this Haaland isn't working in this system that Man City want to play, and Kevin De Bruyne is off a little bit. Do you remember it?
Alvarez is a better option.
I remember it. I'm not trying to say it's right, Steve, but I remember it happening.
No, it did happen.
I remember it happening. I remember it happening, clearly.
I feel like because he was, people overlooked him because he was coming to Man City and everyone wanted him to fail, to be honest. But like we were signing a player who was breaking Champions League records already at that point in pace of goals, and everything about him just was a superstar in the absolute making. And I couldn't believe, I guess as a City fan, I'd watched Jesus up close, diligent, incredibly hard-working player, but an absolute waster in front of goal. He just is. He scores some good goals, but he misses so many big chances. And I knew as much as Arsenal fans would love him and as much as he'd bring a little bit of experience and, I guess, intelligence to the play, he was never going to have the impact on the league that Erling Haaland could have.
No, not that though. But I think me and Rory have always said that it was never going to get the amount of goals. But that Arsenal front three, if he could even just get 12 and Saka get 15 and Odegaard get 11, I thought collectively it would just work.
So I also was slightly, not concerned, but I got it so wrong with Haaland. Of course I did. But my logic for it was I'd seen Timo Werner arrive from Germany with a very impressive record and be one of the worst centre forwards I've ever seen.
We don't get Bundesliga players wrong, see. Every single one's been a success. So.
Yeah, okay, there is that. But I was basically... Timo Werner was very prominent in my mind. Like, Timo Werner is probably the most wasteful striker I've ever seen play. And I've seen Chris Sutton play for Chelsea. I've seen Alvaro Morata play for Chelsea. Like, I've seen some bad centre forwards, but nothing compared to Timo Werner in terms of wastefulness in front of goal. I just thought that the record could be slightly misleading. Obviously, I was wrong, but that was the reckoning. So the Jesus better signing than Haaland for me, even though I said it, that has to be number one here because it's so wrong.
I could kind of understand, dreadful.
Are you happy to amend?
I think Sterling's been awful.
Yeah, but you
I
can't
think
even
he's been. No, I think Sterling for 50 million for a player of his caliber coming from Man City, I thought he could be that guy, and he has been. The
only thing I would argue is obviously Chelsea have just been calamitous all over the pitch, off the pitch, on the pitch, just all been awful. I think that is a poor take that we all said apparently Sterling would be the best signing, but I think that apparently I need to see some proof. But for me, saying that Gabriel Jesus was going to be better than Haaland, that is
no. I wasn't saying as an individual player. No, I wasn't saying it. I never thought it was as an individual player. I thought he would make Arsenal better than Haaland would make
But that
City.
can make you a better signing.
Yeah.
That
That's
can,
what I meant.
that can
That's
make
what
you
I
a better
meant,
signing.
I think Sterling.
Also, do you know the other reason why I thought that could have been the case? They were already champions. So Haaland arriving, they were already scoring loads of goals. They were already champions, and him arriving, what difference is it going to make? Whereas I thought Jesus going to Arsenal was going to elevate that front line so much more.
It's like Real Madrid were already brilliant when they signed Ronaldo from United. Like, to me, Haaland was that level. He was an absolute superstar. The next in line to Messi and Ronaldo, kind of. And I genuinely believed at the time that people didn't quite appreciate what was coming. Like, he was that good, and that's why for me 1 and 2 are Jesus and Sterling,
same.
because they
I've got
both.
the same.
Yes, that's what I've got. I've just got it in the wrong order. I've got it in the wrong order.
Haaland. Both of those points underestimated Haaland, and
But the reason why I've gone Sterling very low in terms of as a shout, it made sense.
Yeah,
He's a wicked footballer. It hasn't worked. He's been dreadful this season. And when it's all going wrong for Chelsea, he should be the one who's making sure it doesn't go wrong. He should be the one who's dragging the team to victories.
That's why it's such a bad
But
shout. then.
as a shout,
Yeah.
he is probably the most talented footballer at the club. Him being signing in the summer, Raheem Sterling being signing in the summer, kind of makes sense.
Because Sterling is quality. I mean, he definitely his form drops off for a year or two, hence why he was on the bench and left in the first place. But the idea of Sterling having a great season isn't exactly criminal.
Guardiola wanted to keep him. Guardiola would always play him in the biggest games. And Guardiola at one point had the option of Grealish and the option of whoever else, and Sterling was his guy. Sterling was the choice.
He still let him go.
Dropped off a bit.
But look, overall, I'm happy to be wrong.
I'm happy
here.
to switch it around.
So are we saying that the Sterling shout is worse because I had Tottenham finishing in Euro in
Well, I don't
Champions.
think that was too.
I don't think that's
too
too crazy.
unbelievable.
Look how it's.
Yeah, look, but that's hindsight. But at the time, we all said that they'd won the window.
But we were mad.
Yeah, we were mad.
We were mad because Tottenham. No,
They gave us
the
a full
reason
sense
why
of
it's
hope.
such a bad shout is because we were all foolish enough
Yeah.
to forget that it's Tottenham.
Agreed.
I
completely
agree with you, but it's not like Tottenham are where Chelsea.
Hey,
I think they are. I think they're exactly the same as Chelsea. They just happen to have a world-class striker.
Which is
if
which
Harry
is why it
Kane,
wasn't- which
if
is why
Harry
it wasn't
Kane
a bad shout.
swaps places,
Which is why it wasn't a bad
Point,
shout
fair.
because they've got arguably at the time you thought the best striker in Europe. That's why it was, and they had a manager that we know can win. It wasn't the worst
no,
shout.
but it was Tottenham. What we should have never done, and this is why it's
Put faith
this
in
is why it's an insane shout. We should have never ever forgotten that it's Tottenham. We should have never ever had the audacity to say Tottenham are going to do something good because they never are, and that's why we were foolish.
I'm not arguing. It's a valid point.
I was like,
I'm so done. It's
They
a
were
valid
Tottenham.
point.
They were Tottenham when we christened them European
Yeah.
in Europe. That was what we're talking
Yeah,
about. Of course,
but-
Tottenham aren't getting into Europe.
Yeah, but-
You know when we were doing signings of the summer,
Yeah.
and you looked at their signings, I thought Richarlison
won the window.
strengthening a position
decent-
where they were
decent
already
signing,
strong.
yeah.
I thought
Perisic, yeah.
signing like at the time they had the best strikers in the league, right? Kane and Son, broken the record of assisting to one another and whatever else. They then went and signed Richarlison. You're like, hang on a minute, they've already got wicked centre forward line,
Zaski was-
and they've
Yeah,
gone and
as
improved
well,
it.
yeah.
And
Bentancur,
Basuma,
who's been injured
you know,
for a bit.
Injured.
Yeah.
I was
And
banging
then,
that Basuma drum. I
You know,
wanted him at Chelsea.
As you say,
I
the
know,
cherry
so-
on top of that was Conte.
Yeah.
So it was definitely not a wild
It's
shout
not
to
a
think
wild
they'll
But
make
it was
top
wild
four.
because it was Tottenham.
I do love Spurs' ability to give you hope constantly, but never be truly terrible. Just always been like,
Yeah, but you know what? I feel
it's funny.
like I am. I mean, I've been going since I was 8, and you now get to a point where they've absolutely broken you, and I'm now at a point where.
But you're never, you're
No, I'm
never
broken.
in fear
I'm
of
broken.
oblivion, though, are you? That's the thing. You still always top half and all that kind of stuff.
You say that.
Because I've been broken as a City fan
I look
years
forward
ago,
to
like-
next season to seeing what on earth we're
You'll
going to
do it again, though. You'll find a way to be
What's-
around
what's-
the top
what are
four
you
for a bit
changing,
and then
Jennings?
mess it up.
I'm putting Sterling signing of the summer second.
I
Yeah,
think
it's gotta be, it's
Spurs.
gotta be.
I think Spurs can land third. Personally, I don't think it's too wild of a take.
Nah, Liverpool, mate, is
No,
wild.
but
What's
we
happened?
didn't think that was wild at the time.
True, good shout.
You were 20 minutes away from winning the league last season. We didn't realise that the staleness would become so prevalent. within your
Hang on. I'm getting a lot of heat on this video, and a lot of it rightly so. All of it, in fact,
Yeah.
rightly so. One oracle predicted the Liverpool downfall.
Okay, we'll give you your flowers for a sec.
One second, pause a second. You said they'll finish second.
No, I didn't. I said Tottenham finished second.
Yeah, that was
Cancelled yourself out there.
There we go.
your oracleness is gone.
I remember you going mad at me
Yeah, I
because
think
I said
mental.
Liverpool are going to drop. Liverpool are not going to be able to do this. I said that it's
Suspicions.
basically unsustainable.
Do you know what it was? It was the pictures of them on the bus,
your
the
fault.
tour bus at the end, where they're like they've been destroyed. They weren't to be like, oh yeah.
Also, what Liverpool
No.
did for so long was they were perfect. The league tally and the trophy haul doesn't necessarily suggest perfection, but they were perfect. We lived it, we know it. And that perfection, FSG getting it right, Klopp turning what at the time seemed fairly average players into the best in their position. Andy Robertson became one of the best left backs in the world, for example. Then on the other side, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Then Virgil van Dijk became the best in his position. Then Alisson became the best in his position. Then Salah became the best. And that's unsustainable, man. You can't keep making everyone in your team the best player in
They
the
did
world.
it for 4 years, 5
Yeah, which
years?
is ages.
Yeah, but I don't think any of us, and that's why I put them fifth, because I don't think anyone could have foreseen the drop-off that they had.
no, they certainly
You couldn't have.
Nearly all of you, mere
I mean,
mortals, couldn't.
Do you
I
know
had-
what,
that
Rory?
was
A clock
fourth.
is even right twice a day. Okay?
So I've got Liverpool winning the league as the third on this list. Third worst shout. And Mr.
I'll take it.
Oliver.
I'll take it. Look, you
Fourth.
can't blame me for having that shout. Like again, we were talking a bit earlier, Steve. We were like that close from immortality. We were going to win the quadruple.
Oh, yeah.
That's
true.
part
We
of the
were
reason.
going to win the quad.
That's
So
part of the reason
I assumed
why
we're going to win the
Football
league.
in Minds. That's part of the reason why Football in Minds
You know what it is,
saw
yeah?
it.
I know you like.
Yeah,
Rory
Football
would
in
always
Minds
point to
saw
the-
that, man.
Oh,
You
really?
didn't see it.
Oh.
Actually, add on that. Have you paid Flex?
For what?
You had a bet with Flex. I remember the episode. You had a bet with Flex. You said that Darwin Núñez will score more goals than Rashford.
Oh, mate.
But I think I also said something about games played was important.
No, you did not.
You can't bring
As
it.
if you brought that in.
I'm
Play
sure.
games because you're good. You
I
like.
have no footage. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we need to
Absolutely
find
sure.
that
I'm pretty
footage.
sure I said games.
Why don't
played.
you get it? You can transfer it on an app.
My phone's over
Mate,
there.
you
Chad.
owe Flex. You owe Flex some money. We need to make sure that Flex gets paid.
Look,
Paid in full.
you know,
He needs to get paid.
I can't back
Cash
you on
out
this.
quickly. You know what I mean?
Mate, you need to pay Flex. I'm going to make this my mission to make sure that you pay him.
You sure I said Núñez? I didn't say
100%.
Salah.
No, you said Nunes.
100%.
No,
You said
Núñez.
Nunes.
I know. I remember Liverpool fans being gobby about Núñez at the
Yeah,
start. Like he's better than Haaland. He's going to do better. Let's compare the wonder kids. Núñez was not a wonder kid.
They
He
did
was a
not
good
say
signing.
that. No one said. No one
did.
said.
I saw
no
it
one
online,
said
mate.
Darwin Núñez is better than Haaland.
I really hope on editing.
Tails of the tape.
I
than him.
hope when this gets edited, someone's going to put in the clip.
Yes,
we're
I
talking
hope so.
about. Just for
I hope so.
He's big, he's strong, he's going to bully defenders, and it's going to take time to get used to the Premier League. But I'm telling you now, I ain't telling you anything.
No. You're telling us now he's going to do what? Go on.
I'm telling you now,
Yeah.
he's going to be a good Liverpool striker.
Okay.
That's what I will say.
What does,
Didn't
what
say-
does that mean?
didn't
What
say
does that
great.
mean?
It didn't say great.
What is good?
Fluid
Yeah, it'd be
concept.
good.
Like-
Basically, I mean above Rashford.
Well, he's going to score more goals this year than Rashford.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Rashford's left winger, though, isn't he?
Huh? I thought he wants to be a number 9, didn't he?
He's not, don't want to be. He just ain't got no one else.
Yeah, well, that's
Okay.
not my fault.
Rashford scored more than him.
Do you know
No
weirdly?
chance.
From
How
left
many
wing.
goals Rashford got this
From
season?
left wing.
You think?
Yeah.
You think Rashford
Yeah,
scored
you
more
just
than-
made. Yeah, I'm saying it now.
For any bet, nothing serious.
He'll play more games than him more.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
He'll play more games than your guy.
We can revisit this every episode.
Well, if we're doing that, then we might find a few clips of you.
Yeah.
No, but my clips are all admitted. I'm not denying things.
Okay,
and also,
okay.
I pay my
Nothing
debts.
to hide,
Yeah,
you know
big
what I
time.
I pay my debts.
Big time.
Sometimes just got a hold.
What?
You know?
What have you got fourth, Ab?
I've got Arsenal to win the Premier League because I think that's.
No, that was a good shout.
At
Come
the
on, that was my
time,
shout
It was,
as well.
Yeah, but it was
wasn't
only a
good
couple
shout,
weeks
wasn't a good
ago.
shout.
No, it was months ago.
It was months ago.
How
but
many
you should know.
It would have
Two,
it would
three?
have been, I'd say, 10 weeks ago.
Okay,
Bad
but
shout.
still, I still think
Bad
it's a bad shout.
Bad shout.
Too early to
Considering
call.
how, yeah, like you
early.
know they fall off
Hang
the
on,
cliff.
do-
This is
do-
Arsenal. I know Spurs. You have this Spursy thing about them, but Arsenal.
No, do you know I
Arsenal
called
have
it?
it
Do
too.
you know I
Arsenal
called it?
wobble.
A friend of the channel, Robbie. I did a video with Robbie early October, and I said it to him, and he was like, "Absolutely not." I said it to him then. I thought you can win this. I don't understand why, because at the time Arsenal fans were singing, and at the end of the song, rather than going, "And we're going to win the Premier League," they were going, "And we're going to make the Champions League."
And we had to
And I was
kind of
like, no,
convert them and say, no,
you
we win
yeah.
the league.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Like,
I
I
remember
thought-
we also said,
funnier
though,
when you
this
make them
City
win the
team, we said that they're going to have to win 12 in a row to win the league. And I said they're never capable of
Hang
doing
on,
that.
saying on the video.
me saying Arsenal
Never
to win the
capable.
league when they've
I got you down. I've got as the least.
That's
offensive
the least
one at the
offensive.
time.
Yeah.
I've got
Even
them
though I did
fourth.
say at the time, and that I was like, I think we are going to do it. I still think it wasn't crazy to suggest a team miles ahead at the time.
But that's why it's fourth on mine. I think the Liverpool one, from when we did it, is completely unoffensive. I think that was fairly accurate based on what we were dealing with at the time, at the start of the season. I think the Arsenal one is not particularly offensive because it was made 10 weeks ago. And then that's why I think...
You know what it
they're
is about the Arsenal one? That the reason I've got that fourth as opposed to fifth is because this City team, I keep pointing here, this City team have chased down the best Liverpool team that I've ever seen in the Premier League. Like chased down, you just said it, Liverpool, all world
Yeah,
class,
I'm
like
probably
best
gonna
in their,
change
the
the
best in
order
their
for that. I
positions,
agree.
and they've chased
Respect
us
to Man
down.
City's name, you know what I mean?
And like, there's barely anyone in the Arsenal team that could have got into that Liverpool side back then. So I knew this Arsenal team
Where are
would
you
get
two
chased
putting
down.
it? Fourth?
Arsenal.
So
Arsenal
can I
fourth.
just check if we all look at Abby's list here? Are we all in agreement that is the list?
I think it's
Yes.
pretty accurate.
I agree.
Thank you.
Abby, you nailed it.
Nailed
You
it.
nailed it. You've made no changes.
No
That's
changes.
that's incredible. Great work. So
you.
our final list in terms of our worst possible predictions. I've taken the top
2, 3,
4.
4. Top 4 all you.
Hello.
I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to be far less definitive when we do our future predictions. Thank you so much for watching this video. We really do hope you've enjoyed it. I would like to apologise to you all immediately. And I guarantee you that on next week's episode, I will be on fire. See you in a bit.
All right, stick with us because next week it gets fun because we're going to do our premature predictions for next season. Liverpool to win the league.
Spurs to finish top
10.
half.